What does it really take to open an RCFE in California? Here's the inside scoop on regulations, licensing, and everything you need to know to get started in the Golden State. The first step to open an RCFE is to understand the industry, the market demand, and your state regulations. All RCFEs in California are licensed and regulated by the California Department of Social Services, CDSS, and the Community Care Licensing Division, the CCLD. I'll be using those acronyms a lot, so get used to them. You should study your local demographics to assess the need for elder care services in your area, as well as create a business plan that really defines the home's goals, financial projections, and marketing strategies. This plan will also be critical for obtaining financing or investor support because you don't want to use your own capital and go at this alone. We're going to want to raise capital, so that business plan will really help with those first steps. In California, the operator or designated administrator of your facility must complete an 80-hour administrator certification training program and pass a licensing exam to become a certified RCFE administrator. You'll also be required to attend an in-person orientation offered by the CDSS. This orientation provides essential information on the regulatory requirements and licensing process for RCFEs in California. Now, you don't need to be the licensed administrator. You may be hiring the person to do that. You'll still probably want to go and attend that event. All owners, operators, and staff who have direct contact with residents must pass a Department of Justice or DOJ and FBI background check via fingerprinting. Once this is complete, you can submit a detailed licensing application, which will include business details, operational plans, emergency procedures, and facility policies. California also requires you to submit a fee with both the application and the licensing process. It's not going to be too expensive, but you should be prepared for it. To learn the biggest myths in assisted living, check out this video right here next on YouTube. Once the application is submitted, the next step is to prepare the physical space to meet California's health and safety standards. This includes ensuring the property complies with local zoning laws, building codes, and fire safety regulations. Rooms need to be safe. They need to be senior safe. They need to be clean, and they need to meet all the accessibility standards for seniors, including those with mobility challenges or those who are in wheelchairs or using walkers. Your facility must have emergency evacuation plans, fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, and any other emergency protocols in place. Even if they don't require you to put in a sprinkler system, I'm going to highly suggest that you do. Proper facility cleaning, food storage, and just maintenance of a hygienic environment are required by state law. After your home is set up, the CCLD will conduct an on-site inspection to verify compliance. Passing this inspection is necessary before they even give you your license. They won't grant that license unless you pass. California law requires that RCFEs have enough staff working at all times to meet the needs of the residents. So really, there's no true staff to resident ratio. And unlike nursing homes, I'm going to suggest that you go a lot lower and do a 4-to-1 ratio or 5-to-1 ratio. Even if the state doesn't have a requirement, staffing needs to be adequate based on the number of residents and their level of care needs. RCFEs must always have one awake and on-duty staff member 24 hours in a day. And in larger facilities, additional awake staff may be required to ensure all residents are cared for in a timely manner. California law also states that the administrator or designated person must be on call and available at all times. And if the administrator is not on site, they just need to be reachable in case of an emergency. Handy dandy cell phone will do just fine. California requires RCFEs to be completely transparent about their fees. Before a resident moves in, you must provide a written list of the fees, including monthly charges and extra costs for things like transportation or activities. If there is a rate increase, you are required as a RCFE owner to give at least 60 days written notice to the residents and their families. And if the resident leaves the facility or passes on, the RCFE must refund unused portions of any prepaid fees. Just like many other states, it's totally possible to open an RCFE in California. We'd love to help you do just that. You're going to need to obtain the license and the funding, renovate or build the home, work with zoning, and hire the licensed appropriate staff. You'll also need to sort out all the paperwork and documentation, and then of course market to actually fill the beds with amazing senior loved ones. There's a lot to be done, but it sure can be done a whole lot faster when someone is there to guide you along the way. So don't waste any more time and check out this video right here on YouTube for some amazing next steps, and let's get you to become an RCFE owner ASAP.